Hello, Quentin Brown here from QR Codes Australia, just doing a short tutorial on how you can create your own free QR codes for your business, organisation, etc. Now, lots of people get confused about QR codes because of the technology, but basically a QR code is simply a middleman between a mobile phone which scans the QR code and the information provided in the QR code. And the majority of that information is a link to something else. Could be a Facebook page, a YouTube video, a website, a contact form, etc. So it's sort of like a middleman. The only part that changes is if you're creating a V card or a contact card, so that when you scan the information, that information is presented in a text and then you can add it to your contacts. The vast majority of QR codes are going to link to something else outside of itself. So let's go and generate one and see how it works. So this is our free generator. If you come to qrcodesaustralia.com.au, and here's a QR code generator. We're using the Xing project. And as you can see, if we use this drop down, there's a bunch of things you can include. And as I said, most of them are just links to something else. The ones that we probably use the most are the contact information. So creating, say, a V card or a me card, which is then just a matter of creating the information. A text, so in here you might just have information. For example, we've just created one for a nursery, so this will be just some information about the plant, so when the people are going through they can scan and see exactly what sort of plant it was, etc. And the final one that most people will use is a URL. So for example, we would simply put the URL in here and then generate. And here's our QR code. Now with the latest Apples, it's quite important that you have a HTTPS link. So if your website's only still on HTTP and you want to send people there, I suggest you go out and organize to get the SSL certificate so it's a secure site, because Apple probably won't link to it very easily. So if we were going to do a link to, say, YouTube, we would just put the YouTube address in there. Facebook, same thing. You can leave all these then as generic. Once created, it's just a matter of clicking download. I just like to right click and save image as, and that's it. Now these are what we call static QR codes. So once you create it, you can't change it. It's that way forever. The other QR code you'll hear about is what we call a dynamic QR code. And it goes through a database and it can be edited once it's been created. However, because they go through a database, they cost money. So for example, we have dynamic QR codes here. If you click on dynamic QR codes, you can buy packages of them, and you could get, say, 5 QR codes. And because you can change the URL, we find lots of real estate agents use this, because the QR code's only going to be used for that house until it's sold, and then they can put in another URL and use that same one over and over again. And you can choose a monthly fee, a half-yearly fee, or a yearly fee, and we give 2 free months on the yearly fee. So that's basically QR codes. You can use our free generator if you just want a basic one. However, I thought I'd introduce you to QR Code Monkey as well. They're a really advanced QR code if you really want to get into doing a really graphical one. And so here we have our URL again. It's the same sort of deal. Put in the URL and here's our code, and it will make it quite large as well, You can download the PNG and SVG EPS, which are print files, or a PDF. And then once you've created your code, you can give it some color. So let's say we want to do a gradient color, and let's do it for, say, red to white. And now create QR code. As you can see, we've added some color. We can also upload an image or use one of their images. So if it's a YouTube video, be good to put the YouTube logo in there so people know what it is. And finally, we can do a whole bunch of custom designs. So as you can see now, they're all sort of weird looking effects. And we can then change the box as well. And we can change the inside box. So these make them a lot more graphical. And as you can see up the top, still do the text and all the V cards, me cards. You can just do a direct link to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. So that's how we make QR codes for free. If you're looking for dynamic codes, come back and go to our shop or get in touch with us. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us or give us a call. My name's Quentin Brown from QR Codes Australia, hoping you enjoyed this short tutorial.